Say what's cracking, YouTube. Y'all already know how this gonna go. It's your boy 16 to life. Yard down. For those of y'all who may not know, I was locked up for 24 years. And so, during them times, I accumulated a lot of stories, prison stories, and I'm gonna share one with y'all today. Let's get into this motherfucker right now. All right. This story right here, like the title says, is we got into a ride with the Compton and Watts. Now, the Compton and Watts car, all the Crips, they ride together and shit. So we had CMC. I think it's about 2011. Now, on this particular day, the Compton and Watts car, they out there, they playing football amongst themselves. It's not Compton versus Watts, but they didn't, Compton and Watts, they didn't just divide the teams up. They all homies, friends and shit. They out there playing football. Now, unbeknownst to me, three of my homies decided to go get into the game. Now, had I would have known, I would have shut that shit down, because at this point in time, I'm probably about, I don't know, I'm probably about, maybe I would say like 39, 40, somewhere up in there. But I've been in the pen long enough to know that shit like this is problematic. When you try to intermingle one hood against another hood in any sport except for baseball, this shit, because it's any contact sport, basketball, football, this shit 9 times out of 10 is not just to go well. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna lead to a problem. So for that reason, like I'm saying, I had that knowledge, so I would have shut that shit down. Anyway, so unbeknownst to me, because I'm over there, I'm playing tennis, I'm doing my thing. Like I say now, at this point in time, I had life. It's like 2011, but around 2008, 2009, they started letting lifers go. If you had life and you came to a California prison back in the day, it meant that even if you had life with parole, it meant you wasn't going nowhere. The way the system was set up, and the governor and the parole board was all fucked up. So, you wasn't going nowhere. It was an automatic shutdown. So, like I say, at this point in time, though, they started letting lifers go. So I realized certain things was problematic. Anything that I realized was deemed to be problematic, I was staying away from this shit. You know what I'm saying? So I jumped into tennis. Less contact, less bullshit, and less niggas playing. So, and my homies out there, they clowning me and shit. They calling me John Black and Roll. My boy KG from Dodge City, and he used to call me Arthur Trash and shit. You know what I'm saying? But hey, it's all good. So I'm playing this, like I say. So unbeknownst to me, three of my homies, they decided to go get in the game. It was Sin. Sin was from Magnolia. Now you got Magnolia State in San Bernardino, and you got Magnolias in Riverside. He happened to be from the one in Riverside. Matter of fact, Sin was a straight buster anyway. He ended up turning out to be a straight buster, rolled up, and all other type of shit. Now, other two homies was solid. You had G Money. G Money was a young cat from Rialto. He wasn't from Five Time, but he was from one of the newer hoods out there. I can't recall. And then you had the homie Likewise. Likewise was from Desert Hot Springs. He was from 12th Street. Likewise was with the shit, but he was kind of a loose cannon. And with Likewise, he was about 30. And like, this is no bullshit. Every at least twice, 3 times a week, he would come to me like, "Hey, chill, this dude is staring at me, man. My celly is slamming the door, and my next door neighbor is slamming the door, man, trying to fuck with me. What you think I should do?" And I would be telling him, "Homie, listen, if a motherfucker got a problem with you, right, and he ain't came and addressed you, then he's the bitch, homie. Let that shit go. You can't react to every little thing that you possibly think of is a problem, homie." He'd be like, "Oh, okay, yeah, you right, you right." So, and like I say, man, this would go on at least 2 to 3 times a week. This motherfucker would always need this motherfucking counselor. I'd have to talk him off the fence and shit. So, unbeknownst to me, they go hop in this football game. Now there was a dude playing named Moon. Now, Moon was from Compton. Now, so one of the dudes on the opposite team that Moon was on ran up behind Moon or something and clipped him from the side, knocked him down. And that's another thing. See, like in penitentiary football, you got some dudes who ain't out there looking to play the game right. They looking to run up on you, block you dirty, knock you down, get a good hit on you so they can laugh and shit. And then the field is more dirt than grass anyway. So like I say, somebody run up behind Moon, fuck Moon up, knock Moon all over. Moon was about 6 feet, kind of a fat motherfucker anyway. So they knock him down. He mad. He get up. "All right, that's all right. I'm gonna get you. I'm gonna get one of y'all niggas. That's all right." Now the dude who knocked him down was from Compton or Watts. So on the next play or the next play after, he run up behind G Money and blindside G Money after the play or some old crazy shit. So G Money flex on him like, "Nigga, what the fuck you do that for, nigga?" He said, "I told you I was gonna get one of y'all." But G Money said, "Nigga, I'm not the one that hit you, nigga. Get the one that hit you, nigga. You know who hit you." So then Likewise and Sin, they gather around him. They like, "Yeah, nigga, let's get this money. Get this nigga G Money." That's what Likewise is saying. So, but like I say, these dummies ain't even knowing you niggas is surrounded by Compton and Watts niggas. They not just to let you jump they homie. You know what I'm saying? So they surround him. So they get on them like, no, nigga, this the homie. Y'all ain't supposed to do that. But they tell G Money, if you want to, you can get the one-on-one fade. You know, now the homies, to be honest, they lucky that the Compton Watt cats even gave them that pad. You know, because they could have tore their ass up. It was about 25 of them over there, and it's 3 of the homies. So G Money said, yeah, I'll take the head of fade. So now Moon, to my understanding and what I hear, he turned the shit down. So you know he don't want to fight. So they keep playing the game, and then the game break up or whatever. The game is over. So now I'm playing tennis. So they walk away. They walk away now, and I come to find all this shit out later. Likewise is steady pumping G Money up. No, G Money don't accept that shit. Fuck that. Don't accept that shit. So now when I happen to see him, they walking back toward the football game, and the way they walking is all aggressive and shit. Like I say, at this point in time, I've been in the pen probably about, I don't know, 13, 14, 15 years, somewhere up in there. I could discern this bullshit. You know what I'm saying? So I say, hey, homie, what's going on? So I put my tennis racket down. I go join them. Like, what's up, man? So they fill me in on it. So I tell them, homie, listen, to keep it real, you niggas should have never joined the game anyway. Why would y'all want to come hop in the game with these dudes is playing, homie? You know what I'm saying? That shit is just potential bullshit. So we get back down there. G Money have a small talk, but he had a small talk with Moon anyway. But I told him, homie, listen, that's football, man. You all right? The nigga didn't want to fight. Let that shit go. So we leave, or they do yard. I think, matter of fact, it was yard recall. So we was going in anyway. So when we get in, my celly, he happened to be from Watts, and so he said, hey, homie, I heard G Money and Moon got into it. He said, man, you know that nigga Moon. And he said, and Moon turned down the fade. He said, man, that nigga Moon always getting in shit, man, and causing bullshit. He said, you know what? When we go back out, I'm finna talk to the homies, and we finna discipline this nigga. I'm finna go in the cell myself and discipline this nigga. So after about an hour after they did count, they went back out. So they go holler at Moon, I guess. Now cause now initially, at first, like I say, the shit between Moon and G Money was cool. It was squashed. They shook hands. The shit was over. So when they go out and tell Moon, nigga, we finna to discipline you, I guess the nigga get mad. So now he hit a lap. He happened to see G Money. He said, yeah, homie, I forgot. After I go in here and get this discipline, me and you, we gotta get down, nigga. We gotta catch that fade. So when he say that, G Money fire on him right there. Bam! Boop, pop! He get off on him. So they go to squabbing right there in the middle of the yard. You know what I'm saying? So now me particular, I'm from the old school in terms of I like let niggas get a one-on-one. You got a lot of homies now and a lot of people, period, the younger generation. Oh, we don't give out no fades. We don't give out no one-on-ones. They like to jump niggas. These are two grown-ass men, in my opinion. Let them squab. You know what I'm saying? But now they get on the ground. Them niggas is on the ground, resting around. Dudes are starting to look. So I go over there. I say, hey, man, y'all can break this shit up, homie, for the police see y'all, because they fighting right in the middle of the yard, you know. And the yard is real big. They got a big tower up there where the dude operate the phones. Luckily, he didn't see the shit. So I break the shit up, right? So I break the shit up. I think maybe a dude from Compton or Watts happened to see it. They come over there and stuff. So they walk on off with Moon. So now I see maybe about 3 or 4 minutes later, I see G Money is over there talking to a cat from the farm. That's in Compton. I think his name was KO, kind of a bigger dude and shit. So he's like talking lightweight aggressive KO, but that's just his demeanor. But I'm from a distance, so I don't know what's going on. So I push over there. He look at me like, hey, what's up? I said, yeah, I'm from Bannon. This is my little homie right here. He said, okay. I said, what's up? What's going on? He said, oh, well, I was just telling your homie that was a rogue move. Them was his exact words. That was a rogue move. What Moon done, homie. We don't stand by that. He still fits to get his discipline or whatever. So so I was just asking your homie right here, do we want the fade or is he cool with that? Now G Money is like looking like, he look at me like, I'm saying, homie, it's up to you. But homie, look, if it was me, they still finna to get the nigga, homie. Y'all done what y'all done. Leave that shit alone. Be okay, because look, now y'all got to know the makeup of CMC, homie. CMC is a whole lot of snitching and telling going on. CMC is a whole different pen. I get into it with a nigga from Long Beach, right? We get into it over a basketball game. We go in the cell, we go in the bathroom and squabble up. The next morning, they come lock the door. They lock us in the cell. Somebody didn't told on us. You know what I'm saying? It's that type of telling going on. It'll be some shit that don't even involve motherfuckers where their safety is not in jeopardy. They not supposed to be harmed, and they'll still tell on you. You know what I'm saying? So niggas is just telling, and I'll go into that later on. CMC was a whole different type of makeup pen, man. They had a lot of telling, but they had a lot of ducats up there, funny money on the yard, and that was an incentive to tell. And I'll go into that a little later on. So anyway, long story short, G Money say, okay, man, I'm gonna leave this shit alone. I'm gonna let them handle it. You know what I'm saying? So okay, they leave this shit alone. They still supposed to discipline Moon. Now, at this point in time, they was doing this letting us out for half of the day type of shit due to some type of, I think, energy saving or some shit. You know, that's when the energy was real fucked up as far as, you know, the water and all this old shit. You know, you can only take a shower every so often, some old shit. But anyway, they was only letting us out only half a day, so they lock us up. So now, unbeknownst to me, like I say, G Money and likewise, they happen to be, I think they was on the same tier somewhere. But anyway, G Money, the nigga from Desert, I mean, not likewise, the cat from Desert Hot Springs, he steady pumping G Money up. Like, oh man, don't accept that shit. Fuck that, homie. Fuck that. Sneak up on that nigga and do this and do that. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, now to me, this shit is over. So they lock us up. Now I'm still in the cell with the cat from Watts. So, and like I said, this is one reason also I like to sell with homies, because you never know what's gonna happen. You know what I'm saying? When you push with a car, a collective of anywhere from 15 to 30 people at any given moment, you're lightweight responsible for all their actions, because if they do something and it turns into a rumble, then you automatically got to get into the shit. You know what I'm saying? And so therefore I like to be in the cell with a homie, because you never know what the next motherfucker is doing. And now, my homie get into it with your homie and we sell these. Now we come into the cell, there's a potential problem between us, depending on, the nature of the motherfucker you in the cell with. So they go back out there. Now, like I say, the shit is supposed to be squash. So you know me, I'm Arthur Trash. I run right back to the tennis court. I go get my tennis rack. I'm over there warming up, hitting some balls. Somebody tell me, hey, chill, look back there, homie. So I look back there. It's like now I see likewise his crazy ass. He in the middle of it's about 30. This ain't no bullshit, man. This nigga's in the middle of about 30 to 40 Compton and Watts niggas. He talking with I think he didn't took his shirt off and he talking. I'm like, oh my God. I set my tennis racket down. So I pushed down there. I'm like, man, what the fuck is going on? Okay, so now these Compton and Watts niggas, they just, like, these niggas are just lounging. They like laying around and shit. One of them is on this, by the weight pal. One of them laying on the weight pal. Like, man, I wish these niggas would act up. I mean, these niggas is everywhere like Indians, you feel me? And so I go down there, like I say, unbeknownst to me, I find out this later on when I get to the hole. Likewise, he's steady pumping G Money up. Like, G Money with nothing about 18, 19 years old. Likewise, like I said, it was a loose cannon. He about 30 years old, but the nigga ain't got no sense. He done been to several prisons, and at this point in his career and his age, he should know better, but he didn't. So he's steady pumping him up. So like I say, now the shit was supposed to be over. So now I get down there. So I say, hey, what's going on? Somebody say, hey, chill, homie, get your homies, man. These niggas tripping, man. This shit is supposed to be over. These niggas is still pushing this line, man. So I get down there. Likewise, is talking shit like, yeah, man, I'll take a fade with you. Likewise, I tell him, I'll take a fade with you. I'm like, G Money, what's going on? I thought this shit was over. He said, hey, hold on, man. Hey, Moon, can I holler at you? So I'm like, hey, man, I'm telling, hey, G Money, look around, nigga. Like I say, it's like, man, we surround. Okay, and let me back up. Let me tell you, it's only 5 of us out there. Now the punk ass nigga Sin, he ain't even nowhere to be found, and he was part of the initial 3 that got this shit going on. But okay, it was me, it was the homie G Funk from Gilbert Street. Rest in peace, man. The homie passed away probably about 4 or 5 months ago in prison, man. That just, fucked me up to hear that, man. So rest in peace to the homie G Funk, man. Straight rider from Gilbert Street, and he was a cool dude, man. So it was me, it was G Funk, it was the homie SP from 18th Street. It was likewise and G Money. That's it. It's 5 of us, literally surrounded by about at least no less than about 40 cats from Compton and Watts. So now we got homies on the yard who niggas ain't even showed up. Then we had another homie there, another old buster ass nigga, man, by the name of Smiley. Smiley was from Gilbert Street. Now the cold part about this buster ass nigga, right? He grew up with G Funk. Them niggas grew up together. Used to spend the night, eat each other's food. Now, before this shit happened, Smiley come over there. I mean, because when you've been doing time long enough, you can see something in the air. So Smiley came over there. Asked G Funk. Now this is before the shit was brought to my attention. Smiley come over there. He asked G Funk what's going on. G Funk telling. He's Smiley like, oh, okay, man, damn, that's fucked up, man. Smiley, old light skinned nigga with glasses. Oh, that's fucked up, man. Man, I gotta take a shit, man. I need to take a shit. So this nigga, G Funk tell him go ahead. So this nigga leave and go up in the cell. He leave. Now, nigga, you been in the pen, like Smiley had been in the pen about 10 years, long enough to know it's some bullshit in the air. You know what I'm saying? Nigga, you supposed to stay out in the yard, at least with your homeboy, nigga. Fuck the IE car if that's how you feel, but at least stay on the yard with a nigga you grew up with. Now, this old buster ass nigga bone out. So like I say, it's us 5, so the nigga likewise over there talking about who you take a fade with. He didn't take his shirt off, nigga. I fade you. So finally, one of the niggas from I think he was from Compton. think his name was Sight, big old dark-skinned nigga. He like, hey, homie, listen, man, this shit was supposed to be over, nigga. Is this what you niggas really want? He like, man, do you niggas really want this? And bam, that nigga fire on G Money. So now when he fire on G Money, likewise to his credit, fire on him. Boom! Likewise, fire on him, knock him down. You know what I'm saying? Them niggas hopped on likewise immediately. So it's on and cracking. I said, oh shit. I snatched my glasses off. I spin. Boop, boop. A nigga run up on me. Now the cold part about it, the nigga that run up on me and this nigga used to play basketball all the time, every day. The nigga Spank from Compton. This nigga run up on me, right? We used to play basketball together damn near every day. This nigga run up on me. Boom, boom. I'm giving it to this nigga. Now, another one of they homeboys rushed me. Another young nigga that I used to play basketball with. Nigga by the name of Chuck. He was from Compton too. But like I say, because it's a million of these niggas. They everywhere, homie. And so I'm squabbling with both these niggas. Now, peep this shit out. Now another nigga rushed me. And you know who the nigga was? My motherfucking celly. Ain't this some bullshit? My own celly. Now check it out. And that was fucked up, right? Because like I say, me and my celly, we had been in the cell for about 5-6 months. Now at this point in time, I'm doing at CMC, I'm doing good. I'm hustling. I'm big bread. I'm breaded up there. I get into that late in another story, but it's because of that funny money that I was telling y'all about, which is literally like ducats on a yard. It's easy ways to make money. So anyway, he rushed me. Now they wrestled me to the ground. Now he really not doing nothing but socking me in my ribs. But you know what I'm saying? Like I say, we cellies. His father had passed away maybe about 2 or 3 months before that. You know, he couldn't call to the house. I guess his mom and him didn't have where you couldn't call and make collect calls. So I tell him, hey, listen, homie, look, go out here, call my mom, tell her to make three-way, because when they call you, you have somebody pass away in the pen, they'll call you in there. You know, they let you get on the phone 5 or 10 minutes. And I went through the same situation when my pops passed away. But you don't want to, go into all too much with these, because the police is right there, so for whatever, and they only, like I say, only let you talk 5 or 10 minutes. So for whatever reason, he didn't stay on the phone long. So, of course, the niggas, he hurt, he fucked up. You know what I'm saying? He laying in the bed, he sad, which rightfully so. A loved one then passed away. So I tell him, call my mom and she'll make a three-way for you, homie. Call as many times as you need. You know what I'm saying? Till you handle your business and find out what's going on. So like I say, this nigga rushed me. So now eventually the police see the shit and they run over there. Yard down, get down, yard down. So they run over there, you know what I'm saying? They run over there with they mace and all that old bullshit. Mace motherfuckers, and matter of fact, we got maced all up and till everybody stop fighting. Now, so they mace us all up, handcuff us eventually. Well, initially when a riot jump off, they gonna stop the shit. You're going to be on the yard till the police figure out who was fighting, determine who was fighting. Then they're going to pick you up, go put you in these cages, like phone booths, like with a metal grating around them with small little holes in it. It's basically like a phone booth covered with some metal, basically like a metal cage. So they put you in that motherfucker. So I'm handcuffed in the cage. Now I'd be goddamn if they didn't bring my celly and put him in the cage right next to me. So I just look at the nigga. I'm like, cuz you nigga, that's crazy, nigga. And he like, man, chill, but So of course, now in most situations, and even in that situation right there, I didn't take the shit personal because I know how shit is. You know what I'm saying? Niggas is loyal to their hood or they set. But you know what I'm saying? The shit did hurt me to keep it 100. You know what I'm saying? Because we was in there, we was cool. We was cool in there. Every time I ate, he ate. You know what I'm saying? So it just fucked me up. The nigga would do some shit like that, right? So they end up taking us to the hole. Of course, we go to the hole. They take us all to the hole. Like I say, they get all 5 of us. It's a gang of them. It's so many of them. Them niggas didn't have shit to do. It's like, they had 4 or 5 niggas on every person. Like I say, then it was about 30 or 40 of them. So some of them, they couldn't even get involved just because it was nothing to do. It was too many of them compared to, a small amount of us. So now we go to the hole. So now, come to find out, they put me in a cell. They put Likewise like 2 doors down from me. Now Likewise was a light-skinned nigga, and this nigga was fucked up. Come to find out, when he fired on Psych and knocked Psych down, they hopped on that nigga immediately, knocked the nigga down, kicked him all in the face with them hard ass boots and shit. The nigga's eye was all fucked up on me, like he old light-skinned nigga, black and white. This nigga was fucked up. So later that day or the next day, the niggas asking the nurse, like the nurse was going by, like, excuse me, nurse, excuse me, ma'am, can I get some aspirin? My head is hurting. So the nurse come to the door, I bullshit you not. She say, what cell you in? He tell her what cell. She come to the door. She say, dude, you are fucked up. Now this is, so now you got niggas giggling and this shit make me mad as a motherfucker, right? Because now we in the cell, we in the hole, but everybody who had never been to the pen, they get some of them, they get the picture of the hole from some movies. The hole is just like a regular building. It's like the building is set up like the regular buildings, and only thing you don't get in the hole, you don't get your TV, you don't get your appliances. You know what I'm saying? So you're not really like in no black deep hole or no pit or nothing you might see in the movies from 1960. So it's just a regular building, but it's a hallway, of course, and people be on the door listening when the nurse is walking or whatever. So niggas is snickering and giggling. And see, and I was mad about that because when you go to the hole, you're gonna be in the hole about 3-4 months. And my thing is, when you go to the hole, you supposed to go like you won the Super Bowl. Ain't no need to go to the hole loser, being a loser. And that's what I was telling these niggas later on once we got to the yard. I said, homie, listen, y'all put us in a situation that we could not win, homie. Luckily, them niggas didn't even have knives and shit out there because the situation was supposed to be over. And see, that's the thing. Sometimes when you fucking with these young niggas and they not laced tight, and then like I say at CMC didn't have the structure that most pens would have. And so, some of these niggas wouldn't lace tight. And I partially blame myself because I should have been on them niggas more than that to begin with. But this is during the time when they started letting lifers go, and I'd call myself actually backing up off the homies and shit. So, we lost that one. We lost that one right there. So sometimes, man, when you running with a collective, you definitely want to make sure, man, everybody in your car is tight. So, if we go up in there, they end up finding us all guilty and shit. They find us all guilty and shit. And like I said, we'd all been on the yard together for a couple years. So we got rapport. So some of them is walking past the cell, they hollering at me like, what's up, chill, you good? I'm like, yeah, what's up, man? Like I say, I don't take the shit personal. I'm in there, I'm getting magazines, of course, I'm gonna shoot the magazines to my homies first. But after they read them, and some of them niggas want to read them, man, I slide on the magazine. You know what I'm saying? It's nothing, my nigga. So we end up going back to the yard eventually after we served our little time. I think we was probably in there maybe about 4 months, somewhere up in there. So by this time, like I say, now we didn't all clear the air. Me and Syke, we hollering up in there. Me and Syke is cool, and so when we go to the yard, we holler. I'm telling him, listen, now when we get back to the yard, the shit is over, my nigga. Anybody that wanted to perform had their chance to perform that day. You know what I'm saying? So, when we get back to the yard, the shit is all over. You know what I'm saying? But see, that, and the shit is crazy because now we get right back to the yard, right? G Money is right back out there playing basketball with the same niggas he got into a riot with, which is why sometimes, homie, a lot of times, when a riot jump off in the pen, it's over some small dumbass shit that really can be resolved. Because if the shit is not that serious where you can get into a riot with a nigga one day and then 90 days later be playing basketball with him, the shit was small to begin with. But like I say, sometimes you got small-minded niggas in the pen and everybody's not the best thinkers. And bullshit leads to getting bigger shit. Then it get out of hand, then you got a riot jumping off. And so, so then when we get back to the yard, I was telling G-Funk, and I was a little disappointed with G-Funk, rest in peace, because I'm telling him, homie, I was a lot of disappointed. I said, homie, listen, we supposed to go whoop Smiley's ass, homie. Because we had a lot of homies there who didn't show up, homie. I'm talking about, we had at least about 20 homies on the yard. Some of them niggas come to find out, they looked out and seen us huddled up, seen the beef brewing. Them niggas closed their door and went back in. You know what I'm saying? So, a lot of niggas talk that shit, man, but everybody ain't the nigga they portray themselves to be in the pen, man. So, shit is real. And that's my story on that. Hey, somebody had got at me the other day, though. He was asking me, man, because like I tell him, the Inland Empire is made up of 2 counties, so it's a collective of many, many hoods that push with the Inland Empire. So just to name off, try to name off a few, I wrote some down, man. So let's start with, now when a lot of people hear Inland Empire, they think of San Bernardino, even though the Inland Empire encompasses 2 different counties. Like I said, Riverside County, San Bernardino County, and all the cities located in that county. So it's a lot of motherfuckers. But a lot of people automatically think San Bernardino. So we're going to start with San Bernardino. And then even though you have some people who ride with the Inland Empire, the IE car in the pen, who geographically they located in the Inland Empire, but they don't claim Inland Empire. You know what I'm saying? But it's a personal choice. They don't claim it on the street or in the pen, but they still push with the car because we have a commonality. You know what I'm saying? A general commonality. So let's start with some of the hoods that's in the empire, or at least push with the car. Okay, you got the California Gardens, even though now, and even back then they didn't claim IE. But okay, you got the California Gardens. You had Rialto 5 times. You got the tracks from the Fontana. You got Eastside IE. You got PPHG. You got Delman Heights Bloods. You got Little Zion Bloods. You got Gilbert Street Bloods. You got Magnolia Street in Riverside and San Bernardino. You got, it even stretches as far as up to Victorville. I think they Black Mafia, and even as far down to Blythe, Southside Crips. You got sometimes the Palm Springs cats from Gateway, they'll push. You got Riverside. You got Casablanca. You got Rubidoux PJs. You got the projects also in San Bernardino. You got Bannon, you got East Side Player Gangsters, and then you also got the younger generation up under them, the East Side Park Gangsters. You got Indio Trey 9, you know what I'm saying? It's just it's a gang of hoods. Ontario C9000, you got Rialto 5 Time, it's a lot of hoods that push with Mobile. You got Lake Elsinore, you got Yarborough Park, you got Four Corner Hustlers, so it's a lot of hoods, man. So I can't necessarily remember them all, you know what I'm saying? But it's a gang of them that push with the car, man. And so, like I say on that one, man, we took an L. It was kind of ugly, but you win some, you lose some. This the shit we sign up for. Like I say, man, we had a lot of homies who didn't even show up. You know what I'm saying? Straight busters. Matter of fact, when we got back, I pressed the line on a few of them niggas. One nigga had just came maybe about 5, 6 days before we got into the riot. So once he got there, I gave him the rundown because he was a young cat. How this shit go? The expectations of him and whatever. I'd hit him off with some deodorant, but deodorant, soap, products that he need when he first get to the pen. But I say, hey, listen, homie, that shit we gave you when I pulled up, I'm gonna need all that back, nigga. Go get that. Cause matter of fact, the nigga had the nerve to come to me, matter of fact, and tell me, hey homie, that was my bad, man. I didn't come over there and participate with y'all, man. I think I'm not gonna ride with y'all. I'm gonna just do myself, man. I feel bad about that because I turned into a buster. I said, yeah, nigga, well, go get that shit we gave you, nigga. Bring that shit back. But like I say, it's like that sometimes, man. You lose some, you win some, man. All right, gone.